What if I told you she doesn't miss you? She misses the power she had over you, not your laugh, not the late-night talks, not even the way you loved her. What she truly misses is the control, the influence, the way she could flip your world upside down with a single text, then disappear, knowing you'd still wait around for more. You think she's reminiscing about the good times. You think maybe she's sitting in her room, regretting it all. But that's the lie we tell ourselves when we're in pain. The truth? She doesn't miss you. She misses being the center of your universe. Think about it. How many times did you bend your values to keep her happy? How many times did you sacrifice your peace just to avoid her silence? You weren't in a relationship. You were in a cycle, a game, one where love was a reward and punishment was emotional distance. That's not connection, that's control. And the longer you stay stuck in the fantasy of what you thought you had, the harder it'll be to face what it really was. This isn't about blaming her. This is about waking up. Because while you're scrolling through old messages trying to decode her silence, she's not hurting. She's observing, watching, waiting to see if you'll spiral, if you'll reach out, if you'll prove she still owns space in your head. Every second you waste chasing closure is a second she wins, and a second you lose. But that ends now. This isn't a sob story, it's a resurrection, the beginning of your emotional rebirth. No more justifying, no more over-explaining, no more betraying yourself to keep someone else comfortable. The Stoics taught one truth that can shatter this entire illusion. You control how you respond to what happens, not what happens. You don't get to choose her actions, but you do choose whether they define you. And today, you choose power. This is where the pain becomes your teacher, where heartbreak becomes your fuel, where silence becomes your weapon. From this moment on, you stop living to be chosen and start becoming someone no one ever forgets. Not because you begged for attention, but because you walked away when you finally saw the game for what it was. If you're done hoping she'll come back, if you're ready to start becoming a version of yourself that even she wouldn't recognize, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I release what I cannot control. Number 1. You were never loved. You were controlled. Let's rip the band-aid off. What you thought was love was manipulation dressed up in affection. It looked like care. It felt like connection. But underneath it all, it was about control. The compliments were calculated. The affection was conditional. Every sweet word had an expiration date. Every "I miss you" had strings attached. She didn't love you for who you were. She loved what you gave her: attention, loyalty, obedience. You became a mirror for her ego, and the moment you stopped reflecting her, she pulled away. You think it ended because you changed. But that's exactly why it ended. You started to question. You started to notice the double standards, the way she could disrespect you and expect forgiveness. But the moment you slipped, it was war. You became harder to control, and she lost interest. That wasn't heartbreak. That was her losing her grip. And when someone loses control, they don't miss the person, they miss the power. Stoicism teaches us to separate what's within our control from what isn't. Her behavior, her emotions, not your responsibility, but your awareness, your reaction, that's your domain. You don't rebuild by getting her back. You rebuild by seeing the truth with clear, unflinching eyes. Love doesn't manipulate. Real love is given freely, not used as leverage. So stop asking why she stopped loving you. Start asking why you kept tolerating being controlled. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you accept it, you stop chasing people who only showed up to feed off your weakness. If you're done confusing love with control, if you're ready to stop being someone's emotional puppet, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below, "I was never owned, I was only used." Number 2, pain is the price of clarity. Let it hurt, sit in it. Don't run from the pain, study it. Because pain, when faced head-on, is a brutal but honest teacher. Most men try to numb it. They drink, they scroll, they rebound, anything to avoid the silence. But the silence is where the truth lives. You're not broken. You're just being shown what was fake. Every tear, every sleepless night, every what if is your mind detoxing from illusion. The pain isn't punishment. It's the price you pay for finally seeing clearly. She left, and now you're left with memories. Good. Let them surface, but don't cling to them. Question them. Was that love? Or was that codependency? Was that passion? Or was it manipulation wrapped in attention? The reason you're hurting isn't just because she's gone. It's because your identity was tied to someone who never really saw you. You were addicted to being needed. But Stoicism demands you detach from what you cannot control, and that includes her validation. This is the hard part, the purge, the breaking. But here's what the Stoics knew. No man becomes powerful without pain. No one reaches clarity without first being shattered. You'll come out of this sharper, colder maybe, but never weaker, because on the other side of this pain is a man who no longer begs for affection. He commands respect, not from her, from himself. If you're done trying to numb the truth, if you're ready to let the pain teach instead of torment, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My clarity was born in pain. Number 3, her ego is starving, not her heart. You keep thinking she's missing you, that she's sitting there torn apart, regretting everything. But let's be real. If she truly valued you, she wouldn't have treated you like an option. What she's really missing isn't your love. It's your attention, your energy, your reactions. Her ego is starving, not her heart. She doesn't want you back. She wants to know she still has access, that she still matters, that at any moment she can text you, "I miss you," and you'll drop everything just to feel close again. That's not love. That's a power trip, a test, and the moment you take the bait, she knows she still owns a piece of you. But a Stoic man doesn't respond to games. He doesn't flinch when bait is dangled. He sees it for what it is, a desperate attempt to maintain emotional control. When you cut off her access to your energy, her ego panics, not because she lost love, but because she lost control over a man who used to orbit around her moods. Let her ego starve. Let her feel the emptiness she tried to fill with your validation. You don't owe her closure. You don't owe her responses. You owe yourself peace. Detach, observe, and remember. If it was real, it wouldn't have ended in manipulation and silence. She doesn't miss the man. She misses the mirror you held up that made her feel powerful. Smash the mirror, build a wall, and keep walking. If you're done being a source of ego supply, if you're ready to starve the control she used to feast on, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. Her ego no longer feeds on me. Number 4. Emotion is the weapon, and you were the target. She didn't need to raise her voice. She didn't have to yell or threaten. All she had to do was withdraw, go silent, act distant, cold, and you folded. That was the game. The weapon wasn't her words, it was your reaction to her silence. She trained you without saying a word to fear disconnection, to over-apologize, to chase, and you thought it was love, but it was psychological warfare, emotional manipulation, clean and quiet. Every time you tried to express your feelings, she twisted it. You were too sensitive, overreacting, making it a big deal. That wasn't feedback, that was gaslighting. The goal was to keep you off balance. And when you're off balance, you're easier to control, easier to mold. You stop trusting your gut. You start second-guessing your reality. That's when she had you, fully, emotionally, mentally. Not because she gave you love, but because she gave you hope, just enough to keep you hanging on. A Stoic man doesn't get played by emotional swings. He watches, he feels, but he doesn't act blindly. He doesn't beg someone to communicate. He doesn't break because someone goes quiet. He builds himself so strong, so centered, that no silence, no manipulation, no push or pull can shake him. You were the target. Now you become the fortress. If you're done being emotionally hijacked, if you're ready to master your response and never fold to silence again, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I master my emotions. They don't master me. Number 5. Attraction dies where desperation lives. Let's tell the truth. She didn't leave because you weren't good enough. She left because she felt your need. And nothing kills attraction faster than desperation. You were too available, too eager, too ready to prove your worth to someone who wasn't proving anything back. You thought showing love meant being all in, all the time. But what she really wanted was polarity, tension, mystery. The moment she sensed that your world revolved around her, she got bored, because there was nothing left to earn. Desperation is repulsive. It signals weakness. And even if she didn't say it out loud, she felt it. Every time you double-texted, every time you begged for clarity, every time you apologized for things you didn't do just to avoid her cold shoulder, you gave her everything, and she gave you crumbs. And still, you stayed. That wasn't love. That was self-abandonment. But here's where the Stoic flips the script. He doesn't chase. He doesn't plead. He doesn't overextend. Because he knows his value is not determined by someone else's approval. He knows that attraction grows in space, not suffocation. When you detach and live fully for yourself, you don't need her to choose you. She either recognizes your value or she watches someone else do it. And this time, you won't be waiting. If you're done pouring your soul into someone who couldn't see your worth, if you're ready to become the man who never begs to be kept, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. Desperation dies, I rise. Number 6. Detachment is magnetic. When you finally stop chasing, something shifts. You stop texting first. You stop checking her stories. You stop waiting for that breadcrumb of attention. And suddenly she feels it. The silence, the distance, the absence of your energy. And that absence, it's louder than any words you ever said. That's the power of detachment. That's why it's magnetic. People don't value what's always available. They notice what's gone. When you detach, not out of spite but out of self-respect, you become rare. And rarity demands attention. You're not playing hard to get. You're hard to affect. That's the difference. You're no longer emotionally accessible to someone who didn't value your presence. That's Stoicism in action, remaining unfazed, not because you don't feel, but because you refuse to let feelings control your actions. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care more about your peace than their chaos. You don't need revenge. You don't need to prove anything. Your silence is the message. Your growth is the revenge. And when she sees that you've moved on, not out of anger, but out of clarity, that's when the regret creeps in. But by then it's too late, because the version of you who would have taken her back no longer exists. If you're done making yourself emotionally available to people who treat your presence like a backup plan, if you're ready to walk with quiet power, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My detachment is my dominance. Number 7. Your attention was the addiction. It wasn't your love she craved, it was your attention. That steady stream of validation. The dopamine hit of knowing she could post a story and you'd be the first to view it. That every text you sent reaffirmed her worth. You were her emotional ATM. Every time her self-esteem dropped, she withdrew a dose of your focus to feel better. She was never in love with you. She was addicted to being seen, needed, desired. But here's the trick. The moment you pulled your attention back, she felt withdrawal, panic, confusion, because her supply was gone. And the truth? Most people don't miss who you are. They miss how you made them feel. She used your attention as a mirror to feel important. Without it, she's forced to confront the emptiness she tried to fill through your devotion. This is where the Stoic thrives. A Stoic man guards his attention like a treasure. He doesn't give it freely. He doesn't throw it at people hoping to be loved in return. He offers it with purpose to those who earn it. When you become intentional with your focus, you reclaim your power. You stop being someone's fix and start being someone's loss. Let her wonder why you went silent. Let her scroll back through messages that no longer get replies. She thought you'd always be there. She thought your attention was endless. Now she knows it was a gift, and she'll never hold it again. If you're done handing out your attention like a lifeline, if you're ready to reclaim your energy and control where it flows, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My attention is earned, not assumed. Number 8. Become unreachable, not unavailable. Don't confuse being quiet with being weak. Don't mistake stepping back for disappearing. You're not unavailable, you're unreachable. And there's a difference. Unavailable is passive. It's hiding, it's running. But unreachable, that's power. That's elevation. That's rising so high in your mindset, your standards, your discipline, that she can't access you anymore. Not because you blocked her, but because you outgrew her. She might try to circle back. Not out of love, but out of curiosity. She'll send a subtle text. Watch your stories. Try to bait a response. But what she's really doing is testing your growth. She wants to know, does she still have the power? Can she still get a reaction? And when she doesn't, when she feels the cold silence of a man who no longer needs validation, she realizes she's been locked out, not by force, but by evolution. A Stoic man doesn't retreat into isolation. He builds in silence. He levels up while the world watches and wonders. You don't vanish. You become so disciplined, so internally focused, that drama and manipulation can't touch you. You don't need to explain. You don't need to announce. Your distance becomes your declaration. Let her try to reach the old version of you, the one who begged, the one who chased, the one who over-explained. That man is gone. And what's replaced him doesn't even flinch when she reappears. Because now, you're not just unavailable, you're unreachable. If you're done being easy to reach for those who never respected your value, if you're ready to rise beyond their grasp, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I've outgrown what once distracted me. Number 9. Let her regret in silence. You don't need to tell her you're done. You don't need a dramatic exit, a long text, or a final conversation. Let her sit in the silence. Let her feel the absence. Let her wonder why you stopped reacting, stopped reaching, stopped responding. That silence will haunt her more than any words ever could, because deep down she expected you to wait, to beg, to break. But when you gave her nothing, no anger, no closure, no emotion, she felt something she didn't expect: regret. The Stoic doesn't need to announce his transformation. He lets results speak. While she's checking your profile, hoping for signs you're still stuck, you're elevating, you're building, you're healing, not to prove her wrong, but to prove yourself right. Her regret isn't your responsibility. You're not here to help her feel better about the damage she caused. Let her live with the weight of her own choices. You've already carried enough. Every time you respond to her games, you reopen the door. But the man who chooses peace over closure doesn't knock on locked doors. He walks past them without hesitation. Your silence is sacred now. It's not empty. It's full of discipline, growth, and power. Don't waste it. If you're done handing out closure to people who never gave you respect, if you're ready to let silence speak louder than revenge, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I let regret echo where I once gave my voice. Number 10. Be so stoic she doesn't recognize you. She will come back, not always physically, but emotionally. She'll check your page, ask a friend about you, watch from a distance, but what she won't recognize is you. Because the man she used to control, the man who broke at her silence, the man who begged for love, is gone. In his place stands a man who doesn't chase, doesn't react, doesn't fold. A man so calm, so centered, so locked into his purpose that her games bounce off him like nothing. That's the Stoic rebirth. She remembers the version of you who needed her, who lowered his standards for her validation, who forgot who he was just to keep her happy. But now, You walk differently. You speak with clarity. You don't rush. You don't explain. You move with purpose, and it shows. Not for her, but for yourself, because the goal was never to make her regret. The goal was to become someone even she couldn't access anymore. This is what happens when a man stops asking, "Why did she leave?" and starts asking, "Who do I become now?" You don't just level up. You evolve, and the best revenge isn't making her jealous. It's becoming someone so stoic, so grounded, so unshakable, that she wouldn't even know how to reach you if she tried. If you're done being a version of yourself built for someone else's comfort, if you're ready to step fully into the man you were always meant to be, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I've become unrecognizable by design. You've been through the fire. You've faced the silence, the doubt, the pain. And you didn't just survive, you saw the truth. She didn't miss you. She missed controlling you. But now that control is gone, shattered, dead. Because you woke up, you pulled your energy back. You stopped giving your power away to someone who only valued you when it was convenient. That version of you, the one who chased, begged, questioned his worth. He's buried, and in his place stands a man who's not just healed, he's untouchable. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about mastering them, about building a mind so still, so sharp, that chaos can't enter. That's who you are now. You're not waiting for closure. You are the closure. You don't seek validation. You carry your own. The moment you chose detachment over desperation, growth over grief, discipline over drama, you won. So when she scrolls through your feed, when she replays the way you used to respond, when she realizes she can't trigger you anymore, don't flinch. Stay still, stay cold, stay focused. Because the greatest power a man can have is to walk away and never look back. If this spoke to you, if you're done chasing people who were only loyal to their need for control, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop this in the comments below. I don't chase, I become. This is Stoic Blessing. I'll see you in the next one.